head, which was pretty brutal. But he is known for his GP, likes to do some of these more greedy GP builds, you know, including Muramana, Essence Reverse style builds. Orianna last pick here.
Yes, Tigris and Azale back at you for CLG versus Immortals.
We'll work on it. We'll workshop this. We'll get it sorted out. Get something better in Doug Duo for sure. But this is going to be an exciting one, and you can see already, you know, some aggressive plays down on that bottom side. They're trying to push. They're trying to play in their face, and they've actually caught the Zin.
Ooh, the route directly onto Xerxes. Flash away from Palafox. First blood afforded over to IMT. But it continues to go down. Contract, though, he ends up returning, and Power of Evil is in dangerous territory. One more click will get the passive up and ready. Snip, snip away, my friend. Contracts takes self for revenge, playing very carefully with the numbers.
Yep, getting 6 there, using that to actually stay safe was really well played. As you said, unfortunately, he does have to give up a plate. He does have to miss out on this farm. At least they're getting Dragon on bot early buy, and you're just getting Q grass procced over and over. PoE trying to potentially threaten a dive here with Xerxes. They're going to go 4 bot, and they are going to look for this. Poom is not 6 critically.
He won't be able to chomp up his ADC if needed. The cannon barrage comes through from the GP as well. A nice slice. Wild Turtle picking it up onto the Catfish hook line.
It's going to be 1400 once he gets this plate. Over Revenge already.
Quite the CS advantage. CLG continuing to move as a unit as the bot lanes made their way towards mid. Xerxes, none the wiser, throws out the pressing guard for a little bit of sustainability. It ain't enough though. I love that you mentioned the Diana as well, because when thinking about Contracts, never mind, because Contracts is in the middle of the action right now, ends up Blasconi right into the center of Immortals. Palafox can't do anything about it. Blockading that vision that CLG tried to establish before. They seem to be very aware, though, that they're in dangerous territory. Luger already down to 400 HP, gets chomped on up with the Devour. Ace in the hole comes through, tanked up. Luger nice and shielded at this point in time. So the rest of IMT, they back away from this, but they do get the tower because of that pressure.
Yep, gonna be able to get the tower. The GP ulti does cover on bot side. I'm surprised they haven't started up the Dragon yet, though, because, you know, they are spending a lot of time down here on this bottom side. Now Power of Evil maybe gonna get wrapped on, but could get the solo.
Oh, another shockwave. Contracts coming through. Can he punish him for the misdeed of the solo? Needlework coming through. Another snip from him. He does get the return. Xerxes all the while, though, does finally start up this Dragon to get it stacked once more, and has the bot lane coming to support him.
Yep, they knock down that tower. They will grab a Dragon here, and it's just gonna be about who can get more from their super fed side of the map. GP.
CLG fans are kind of holding on to, hoping, all right, let's see what you can do on this one, especially when you have that start afforded, especially when you have Poom here to go for the answer onto Revenge, who tries to ult away.
Gonna be able to get knocked down here pretty quick. Up on that top side, Keelan is still pushing, and Jenkins playing aggressively.
Caught into the sights by Xerxes, throws out the wind becomes lightning, flash away, and the additional sustain of the potion. So Jenkins does survive, but it's a continued onslaught from IMT pressuring this top side.
Yep, just continually playing through that Caitlyn, move the Caitlyn right up, fight for it.
Full lead for CLG. Is it enough when Luger gets knocked up and isolated under this tier 1 in mid?
So far ahead. But I'm really looking towards this next Dragon. It is Cloud, which Immortals are probably not super happy about, but...
Preemptive flash from Destiny here. The cannon barrage through directly onto Xerxes. He has to get out of this as well. Needlework thrown by Contracts, and it's additional zoning because the curtain has been called. Xerxes now on the outskirts of it, but the ultimate still active for Contracts. He gets a pretty good blast through him.
Shockwave's there,
Gonna go ahead and get caught off right here. Xerxes on the tag. Wild Turtle picks one up onto Poom here, but his Contracts and Poom down now for CLG. They lose another. 2 more standing. Luger, you are in a barrel right now. Shots taken by a try and jump into any of this if needed. The Drake already whittled down to about 40%. CLG keeping the target on it. Cannon barrage. Xerxes rooted in the center. Goes for the objective at hand, and it's secured over by CLG's side. Palafox flashing into the pit, and there's a blast cone for Revenge to get into it as well. Hefty damage onto Contracts, even throwing the ball down from IMT, but it's CLG granting themselves the objective, but losing their jungler afterwards. I think they're okay with that.
Absolutely, that's a big trade for them. That pushes back the soul so much. Luger, though,
Palafox stopping downside. Power of Evil gets rooted up, but it doesn't matter. The blast damage too good, so enemy min later out of it. Xerxes throwing around, wants to take down Jenkins. Can he get it? Luger on the outskirts, dishing out the damage as Jin as much as possible. But here it is, Poom on the opposite side to try and help him if needed, but looks like everyone's just gonna back off.
Yeah, but the was really good for Immortals because while they're getting those kills in that fight on that bottom side, Turtle actually pushed in mid, takes down the tower there. 2 more kills as well go the way of Power of Evil, and he gets the push in the way of bot. So they got a lot off of that. CLG really happy to actually be able to take this dragon and delay the soul, but not able to get a clean exit on the fight. After they get this smite down to about, what is 20 HP or something, you take it by an auto, 940, goes to 24, and then the smite comes through. So it was just a split second too early there from Xerxes. Contracts reactive smite when it's down to 24 HP. Revenge, nice E over the wall. RE, second activation there, comes through, kills off Contracts, and they're just trying to get out. But Luger really takes a very risky path. He wants to go back towards mid to defend that, but you do not control your own jungle there. So Luger getting punished, and on the other side, Power of Evil winning out on the 1v1 against Palafox, and now Boom is caught out in a weird spot. He's gonna have to blow his summoners to try to get out. They lose multiple kills, and a lot of that was kind of caused by just some risky pathing. So Immortals get a ton of gold really off of that play.
Gale Force had already been used in the past, so Luger didn't have that additional escape that a lot of these more immobile. You're looking at the opposite side for the marksman. Wild Turtle feeling pretty good. 400 bounty on his name. Xerxes starting to get pursued, throws it back onto Contracts, and the curtain is called once more. Destiny almost out of the range of it and does get blocked off. Contracts now the subject of the ace in the hole, brings him to a very dangerous place, but the target is on Poom, centered in the fight here. And Jenkins along
4 weeks later. All right, well, Immortal's gonna be able to grab another dragon here uncontested. So they move to Soul Point. They're almost done their charging up here. At least get GP to blow his ultimate or to drop his TP. But right back onto it once again. They still have the trap line. Power of Evil and Destiny are looking for the turn here.
Oh, and they find it a nice lockdown onto Poom. He's going to be taken out of this fight as soon as he enters it. So Immortals, without the protection of that Tahm Kench, they feel much more empowered to commit onto this Baron now. The Cannon Barrage comes down to peel them off a tad. Contracts already seen over towards that top wave to clear it. And Revenge pushing away Luger and Palafox, and with CLG no longer in the vicinity, they can go for it.
Yeah, Revenge actually TP'd first here. Jenkins is walking up. There's no GP ulti, but they are getting low here. CLG can definitely fight this.
Oh, Revenge isolated. Luger going for the shots as well, but Xerxes, he is low. Contracts throwing out the needlework, goes into stasis. Xerxes, even with the pressing guard around him, has to back off of the fight. They managed to take out the enemy jungler. Contracts, his contract ended right now. Revenge, can he get the kill onto Luger? Immediately answered by Jenkins because he was already bot low. Power of Evil in pursuit, ace in the hole, brings Jenkins down to about 300 HP, and Poom has respawned, which means he can come through for that additional level of protection.
Man, Contracts just went way too early on that one. He needed to wait for the rest of his team to actually make that collapse happen. He goes in very, very quick. Now the flash on the wall!
For the wall, the roof, the knock-up, it's good! Wild Turtle bringing the Gale Force back to it, popping that catfish here as well. Realm Warp activated for a moment, but no, continued pursuit from IMT onto this objective. CLG tries to offset it a bit, but it is secured. IMT grab the Baron. Can they turn it around? A tether attempted onto Palafox, but on the opposite side.
Recall, they get the reset. Pewee has his teleport, so they're going to look to try to grab Soul here as well. Could they be caught out again?
Boom and Luger moving as a unit, use a blast cone to get over. Luger flashing away, and under the protection of his turret is not enough. Devoured by Poom, who can keep him for a little bit of time. Revenge is taking up most of these turret shots, which ends up being his downfall. Contracts, though, also answered. Once again, Tahm Kench taken out of it. So Immortals coming out on top with the Baron that they have, with the buff feeling good, taking down turret number 2, and bringing their power across the map.
They're just going to keep on pushing here. Multiple members dead. It's up to GP now, and Jenkins can be caught.
Xerxes, he's got his eyes on the prize. Jenkins brought down to 50% of HP. There's not much he can do against this onslaught. Luger, also squishy. Palafox, now on the retreat. And on the side of Immortals, they've just got their eyes on the objectives. They took down that bot inhib. They can take down this mid turret and keep their eyes on the second inhibitor as well. So much clearing duty that CLG have to be wary of right now.
Absolutely, and they just pull back. They're going to grab Soul here. Xerxes already over, starting it up as the rest of his team collects that second inhibitor. Immortals so far ahead now. It's going to be 7.5k gold here, plus the Soul. You're looking to the test. You can see Pewee now 25 Magi stacks. He is enormous. The waves are coming in mid, stacking up, bot stacking up. GP showed bot, so they're just gonna go walk up to the tower, take their third and hit for free.
Ooh, the aggressive push forward from Xerxes is followed up nicely, and Proom again taken out, and Contracts even throwing out his ultimate. That stasis will only buy him a little bit of time, hoping that Luger can land some of the curtain call in the process, but none of it will chunk down IMT in the way that they need to. Revenge keeping his eyes over on Palafox, zoning him off completely, whereas IMT want to pressure Jenkins off of this as well. All of the inhibitors down. They can go for the push right now. 4 taken down. Luger only one standing. A fountain can drown you in all of the protection that you desire, but it is not a shield against the power that Immortals have, pulling together a victory and making a statement against CLG.
Immortals absolutely stomping CLG.